Hello, in this video we will learn optimization, which is an application of relative max, relative min, and then we'll do one more example which is called point of diminishing return, which is an application of the inflection point. So let's consider this example first for optimization. We'll do the same concept of price, cost, and revenue, which you should know by now how to find. And the question is to find the maximum profit. So if the question is asking for maximum profit, what you need to do first is find the profit function, which is revenue minus cost, which is negative 3x squared plus 28x minus 4x minus 7. It simplifies to negative 3x squared plus 24x minus 7. And this is your profit function. Now, in order to find maximum profit, you need to do the steps of relative maxima and minima, which was two steps. First, you find the differentiation of the function. If the question was to find maximum revenue, you would differentiate the revenue function. The question is to find maximum profit, you differentiate the profit function, which is negative 6x plus 24, and make it equal to 0, and solve for x. So if you solve for x, you get x equals 4. At this point, we don't know if this is a relative max or relative min. At this point, it is called the critical point. Now, to check if it's a max or a min, you draw this on the number line. Same steps as before now. Pick something on the left of it. The easiest one to pick is 0. And pick something on the right of it, which is 5. And plug this into the p prime. In place of x, if you plug in 0, you get 24. It means the graph is going up. And if you plug in 5, you get negative 6. It means the graph is going down. It means the graph is going up and then down. It means that point is your maximum. So this proves that when x is equal to 4, this business will make maximum profit. And then what do you do? Plug the 4 into the main profit function and find the actual value of profit. So plug 4 into the main profit function, which is this one, and find the actual profit. Okay, this is an example of finding maximum profit. Now let's do an example of point of diminishing returns. Okay, so consider this graph. Now if you consider the slope of the tangent line at each point, you will see that the slope is increasing, because here it is negative, then it's getting closer to 0, then it's becoming positive, and then something happens at this point where it starts to become negative again. So it starts getting closer to 0 and then it becomes negative. This point here is an inflection point. And when you're doing application, this inflection point is called the point of diminishing returns in economics. So you see that it's negative here, then it becomes 0, then it starts becoming positive, and at this point something happens that the rate of it starts slowing down and it becomes 0 and then starts becoming negative. So this point here is the inflection point, which is called the point of diminishing return. How do you find it? you find it the same way as you find the inflection point. So let's do an example. So if I give you a function, say y equals x cubed plus 6x squared plus 10x plus something like this, and the question is find the point of diminishing returns. What you need to do is find y prime and y double prime. So y prime here is 3x squared plus 12x plus 10. Now take the differentiation of that again. You should get 6x plus 12. Make that equal to 0 and solve for x. If you solve for x, you get -2. This should be step 1. And step 2, you do the same thing as before. Draw this on the number line and check if this is really an inflection point. So what you do is pick a point on the left of it. Let's pick -3 and pick a point on the right of it, 0. And this time you plug it into y double prime, not y prime. So if you plug in y double prime, -3, you get -6. It means the graph is concave up here. And if you plug in 0, you get 12. So the graph is concave down here. So it means it's concave up, then concave down. That proves that this point is the inflection point. Hence, you conclude that x equals -2 is the point of diminishing returns. Now, if you're doing an application, this point will be positive. So just be careful. If you're doing application, x cannot be negative. It can be, but in general, when you're doing economics or something, x cannot be negative. Okay, I hope it made sense. Any questions, you can type in below, and I will try and answer.